In this video, we are going to insert a text box. We are on our home ribbon. We are going to click the text tool. I'm going to insert the box. Then I'm going to say my new school. Now I just wanted to type something in. I could double click and I could have all of these types of formats at my disposal, but I am just going to go back to that home screen. If I right click, I could choose to change the size. I could also do that again, right click and choose to change the font. Say they want to use that font. Now, there are other ways of doing this. You could highlight the text. That's the way I like doing it. I highlight my text. I'm going to Home. I am going to choose my font. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to just choose that font. I'm now going to choose the size. Headlines should be big and bold. They shouldn't take up too much space, but let's see, 60. Now, a headline doesn't have to necessarily, and let's move this up to slide 1. The headline doesn't have to be centered all the time. It doesn't have to be right, justified, or left. You choose what you want, but keep it consistent throughout your project. So this is what it looks: centered, right, left. That happens to be totally justified, but it won't work in this. I'm going to keep this on the right. And that is my headline. So the next box, and I had some gibberish here, I'm going to get rid of by hitting delete. It's gone. So I want to double check. I have my font. It's 60. That's the name of the font. I'm now going to insert another text box. And the second page is Introduction to Woodlands Woodlands Academy. Because the second page is my introduction. Now I will use the same size font. It's a little bigger now. That may not work. Let's see. I'd rather do it like this, and I had it right justified. I'm going to right justify that, put a colon, introduction. Introduction, we don't have to say to, with introduction, Woodlands Academy. We need to change our font now, so our fonts are consistent. Now, having your headline be this big on the first page was fine. But if you noticed how much space it actually took, maybe if I just get rid of Woodlands Academy and just say introduction, and I don't need this colon, then I take up less real estate for my project. And I noticed that this headline is a little too squished over to the right. I'm going to start all headlines a quarter from the edge. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to do the same thing, 1/4 of an inch from the edge. And if you haven't noticed, I am being consistent, and that's what's good about a presentation with good design, being consistent. I'm going to show you one other design element. I'm going to click on the line tool. I'm going to put a line, a straight line underneath my text. Now, that is an awful skinny line. So let's first of all give it a color. And let's give it weight. Let's give it 3 points. I don't think that's shape of, outline, weights. I'm going to do 6 points. Yeah, I like that. Now, to make your line consistent, I suggest clicking on it and doing the following. This is cut, that's copy, and that's paste. I personally just use Control-C for copy, come over here, Control-V for paste. You can do it any way you want, but I really think that to be consistent, so I'm just going to move it so it all lines up. And I'm going to come back to the first one, do the same thing, and just line it up there. You can see the measurement, and maybe I'm looking at this and I don't like that black font. So I'm going to highlight that. And I have to think. I'm not sure what color would look good. Light's not good. Red is awful. So let's look at the green. Dark green. That looks terrible. So what you need to do, I would go more in the blues. So let's look the dark blue. That's not bad. That pops out better. So if I came here, I would highlight my text, which is the second slide, and I would go to that dark blue. Now, do I want to change this black line? I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now. But I have just showed you a graphic element, inserting text, changing colors, and copying and pasting, along with some shortcut keys. So I think this video, we should stop at this point and wait for my next video.